In this video, we'll be showing a demonstration of our visualization for exploring effects of money on performance in football. Starting in 2013, the amount of money that comes from TV deals has seen a large increase, and there's the question of how this money has affected the game. The four leagues we'll be looking at are the Premier League in England, the Bundesliga in Germany, the Serie A in Italy, and finally La Liga in Spain. Our final design is presented in a dashboard which is split by four leagues and two tasks. The first task is concerned with looking at the relationship between the money that each team receives from the TV deals and the team performance. This is important to show how the money is split amongst the teams in the league and how this split has affected the teams. The second task is to find the relationship between the amount that was spent on transfer fees and the team performance, which shows how much each team has spent to buy new players to improve their teams. Since the German league has only 18 teams, which is the least out of all leagues, and some of the team names in that league are quite long, it will be the first league that we're going to look at. Right now we're looking at the German league and the first task, which looks at money received and team performance. There are two idioms, a horizontal bar chart and a scatter plot. The horizontal bar chart shows the breakdown of the money between the teams, and the scatter plot looks at the amount of goals scored and goals conceded by each team, which is the metric that we chose to evaluate a team's performance. There's also a drop-down menu that can be used to change between the seasons. And so if you want to pick the most recent season, you would just pick it from the drop-down menu. And if you want to go back, as you can see on the bar chart, on the left-hand side, it shows the position of where the team finished at the end of the season. And so it's quite easy to see the relationship between the position and the amount of money that was received. Also, the max and min are shown in green and red, and so the team that received the maximum amount is in green, and the team that received the least amount is shown in red. Interaction is supported between the two idioms, but in case the user isn't sure how to use it, they could use the help button, which is in the top right hand corner, and by hovering over it, they get a pop-up which tells them what they can do. And so by hovering over a team, the corresponding badge for that team is highlighted in the scatter plot. Also, the average line, if you hover over it, it shows you the average of the money that was received by the teams, and so it's quite easy then to see which teams received above average and below. Also, the interaction between the two idioms is bidirectional, and so if you hover over a badge in the scatter plot, then the corresponding team in the bar chart is selected.
For the task 2, which is named as transfer fee and team performance, we want to introduce English League because it is the richest league all over the world, and the players' transfer status are more frequent than any other leagues. For this task, as we can see, there is a stacked bar chart for transfer fee and a scatter plot for team performance. For the help function, users can hover the icon for an instruction to help them to explore the idioms. When it goes to the stacked bar chart, each bar represents the money spent for the season, and we add the value at the end of each bar so that user can read the money spent for each team easily. Within this idiom, teams are ordered by total transfer fee. Noticeably, the original data is aggregated into three categories based on the player positions in the team: their attack, midfield, and defense. This aggregation can help user relate these two idioms together, since attack corresponds to the number of goals scored and defense corresponds to the number of goals conceded. And midfield can be used for either attack or defense. As well, user can hover on each portion to see transfer fee for attack, defense, or midfield. For example, we can tell the specific number for Man United spent on defense, midfield, and attack in season 12 to 13. And for the scatter plot, it's as the same as the scatter plot in the task 1, which shows the goals conceded and scored. As for the interaction, since the effect of player transfer will not affect the team performance into next season, it doesn't make sense to make two idioms share the same filter of season. so we set separate filter for each idiom. Significantly, we implemented bidirectional highlighting for these two idioms. That is to say, user can click team name from the stacked bar chart to highlight the corresponding badge in the scatter plot, and the related data can be shown. For example, the goal conceded of Chelsea is 27. The reason that we make this design is because the number of goals cannot be read directly from the scatter plot since the mark is large. And also, user can click the badge in the scatter plot to highlight the corresponding bar. Moreover, we add animation of the scatter plot to demonstrate the change of the team position through several seasons. User can select one team and click the play button to see the animation of the team based on the season selection. As well, user can choose the animation speed via clicking the three icons.